Everybody is talking about personal branding right now, and all of the leaders in the online business space have invested hundreds of thousands of pounds into their personal brand in the last few years. And while I think personal branding is one of the biggest opportunities of 2025, no one ever explains why and exactly how you can make money from it. Given I coach creators, I want to explain the 3 ways that you can make money from your content and your personal brand. I'm going to go through each one of the 3 strategies, going through actual real life examples and laying out exactly how you can use that strategy to get to £10,000 a month. In this video, I'm going to set out each of the 3 ways you can do it, describe the positives and negatives of both so that you can make an informed decision on whether it's a sensible idea for you to pursue. And if you're new back to the channel, my name's Sol. I'm an ex-strategy consultant who quit their job to help people grow and monetize their online businesses so they can leave their 9-to-5 jobs and pursue a life of freedom, fulfillment, and financial success. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, drop me a subscribe and let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first way that you can make money through your personal brand and your content is through brand deals. And these are when you post or you put stories up advertising certain brands or certain products. And very simply, the brands will pay you a certain amount of money to use your audience to bring light to their product. These are very likely to be related to your niche. So for example, if you're in the online business space, then softwares, then courses are going to be the way you go about it. But all of these are brands renting out your page to sell their product. And before we get into the brand deals, I just want to outline how lucrative these can be. I've seen influencers with 50 to 25k followers get paid £5,000 and above for one singular post. There's a massive variation on how much people get paid depending on what their engagement rate is, i.e. the views divided by the saves, likes, shares, and comment. But influencers can make a proper full-time living from just brand deals. And while these are very, very lucrative, I want to go into firstly the negative, because if you're watching this video, it's most likely that you've got a small audience. Okay, so the first negative is to make any sort of money from this, you're going to need a big audience. If we're talking about our 10k figure here, as a general guideline, you don't want to be posting more than 1 brand deal a month. So that gives you 4 posts a month. So therefore you need to be making 2.5k per post per week to get to your 10k month. You need at least 30, more like 50,000 followers for a brand to be interested in your reach to be able to pay that sort of money. So therefore the biggest negative of this is you need to have some sort of audience for it to be a viable business model for you. The second negative with this type of content is you are effectively renting out your page to certain brands. And while they are willing to pay a lot of money for this, you are effectively doing all the marketing work without getting any upside of the actual business itself. You're basically acting as their in-house marketer, creating all their content for them, and then just using your page to promote what they say. For me, that doesn't sit right for me because I want to be part of the business that I'm actually promoting. But sometimes this can be an easy way to make money. So I don't want to put you off it, but that is one thing to consider, that you are just renting out your page. But the third problem, and I think this is quite a big one, is you've built up and spent hours and hours building up this trust and credibility in your page. And the problem with using brands is audiences very easily get fatigued and lose that trust and credibility when they feel like they're being sold to too much. I've seen creator after creator after creator start doing brand deals and all of a sudden see their views and engagement plummet because people just see them as a walking advertisement as opposed to someone who they're actually getting value from. It's very easy to see lucrative brand deals here from companies that don't align with your values and your niche and your audience interests, take the quick payday, and then ruin the longevity of your page. Brand deals can work as a short-term tactic that can be interspersed with other types of business models, but as a sole focus of a business model, I think it's only got short-term potential as a proper way to make good money. But that does come on to the positives, which I do want to include, which is if you do have a big enough audience or you're looking to build a big enough audience, then you can very easily get to a 10k month with the right numbers of views. In terms of the actual work itself, you can literally sit down and make a video for an hour and get paid £5,000-10,000 for that video, which is pretty mental as a concept. The second positive is you do get amazing opportunities as well. Brands like to treat their creators not only by paying them, but you can get flown around to places in the world, you get free gifts and free experiences, and you do get treated really, really well if a brand likes your content. This is a great way to absolutely transform your life if you're doing a 9-to-5 that you're not liking and you have an audience, is you can open yourself up to brands and really have some amazing opportunities which are unparalleled with what you would have in your 9-to-5 job. So for me, brand deals are a great way to make easy, quick money if you have an audience. And if you don't, I wouldn't be looking at them right now, but they are something to think about as part of a wider business model. And the second way you can make 10k using your content is through affiliate programs. And affiliate programs are very simply, if you ever see someone promoting a link and you click on that link and you buy buy something, then that influencer gets a commission of that fee. And this is very regularly seen in products like clothes, but you can also see this in higher ticket items like courses and programs, where people, if they can refer people to big expensive programs, can actually make some good money from. This is also big in the trading and crypto space, because if people get signed up to exchanges, then the influencer who signed them up gets a certain cut of every time they pay. So again, in terms of the positives, this is fairly low effort. If you've built that audience, then you really can just promote. And if you do like the things you're promoting, it's a great way to just make a bit of extra money, especially if people are asking for clothing recommendations, or they're asking what program you did or what course you did. There's a really great way to make money with a very, very low amount of effort here. But the second reason why this is actually a great way to earn money is it is truly a passive source of income. You can literally have links sitting in your bio or links sitting in old videos, and if people click on them and use that link and pay, you can make money without any work apart from having to actually put up the original piece of content. And the best example of this is, I know crypto influencers who have got money from signing people up to exchanges, and they get a certain proportion of money every time that person trades. So if that person is trading for 5 or 10 years with hundreds of thousands of dollars, that crypto influencer still gets a chunk of that commission every single time they use it. You can literally make fortunes from this, and if you never posted another video again, then you'd still be making money from these people. So it definitely is a very interesting way to make money. But again, the negative comes from the fact that you need to have a big audience, and your audience needs to be fairly sizable to start actually getting to that 10K a month from your content. Apart from if you're in the trading and crypto space, it's very unlikely you're going to get to your 10K a month from purely affiliates alone, but you certainly can make good passive income by using it within a content strategy. But the one caveat to that is, if you can start affiliating high ticket products, at the end of the day, if you're making 10% affiliate commission on £5,000 courses, and if you sell 20 of those courses within a month, you are making that £10,000 a month. That is very hard to do, but it can be done and it is possible. But I'd recommend this as more of a part of a bigger business strategy. Okay, so the third way, and my favorite way that you can make money using content and get to that 10K a month, is by promoting your own business. And this is a massive general broad bucket, but there are a few ways you can do this. One way is by being a coach, and you'll see personal trainers like James Smith promoting their coaching services. Another way is to promote your course or your program. Business gurus like Iman Gadzhi will do that. Another way is to promote your products. And lastly, agencies like marketing agencies or ads agencies will promote their expertise and their authority in the space to get clients in. This to me is the most sensible way to get to your 10K month. And it takes a little more work, but it is the best way to build a bigger business. And let me get into the positives here to tell you exactly what I mean. Because the first reason why using your content to build your own business is great is because it's infinitely scalable. When you're using affiliates or you're using brands to promote your page, what you're doing is creating a ceiling for yourself on the amount of followers that you have. Whereas when you have your own business, you can run things like ads, you can do outbound campaigns, and you're not limiting yourself to what your audience size is. I coach my clients to use their content as a sort of CV that they can bring people in using ads and using outbound messaging to have their page as a home of all their knowledge. I myself even made £7,000 with just 5,000 followers, because instead of relying on people coming to me using a big audience, I can actually bring people to my page. This means that it's infinitely scalable and there's not a ceiling on what you can earn. So you can get to that 10K a month, but you could also get to 50 and 100K without having to have a super big audience. And that comes on to my second reason, is because instead of with affiliates and brands, you having fairly low earnings per person, what you can do when it's your own business is you can use high ticket offers to get to that 10K month very quickly. For example, if you sign only 4 clients at £2,500 per month on a retainer, you're already at that £10,000 month. If it's your own business, then all you need to do is rely on signing a few of those high ticket clients, and you can make serious money from your content. You can sell high volume, but also I'd recommend, as a beginner, as someone who's starting, which I'm sure you're probably quite likely to be if you're watching this video, then using your own business to create high ticket offers is the genius thing to do to get to that 10K month. And then the last reason why I absolutely love this tactic is because it's your own business, it's your own equity, you have your own stake in it. And as opposed to promoting other people's businesses, every bit of work you put into your content is going to give you returns in the future, which let you build something that you own and you have stake in. This again does increase your earnings, but for me, it's nicer just to feel like I'm working towards something that I'm doing as opposed to working for someone else. When you're renting out your page, I see it as some form of way of working for someone else, because you're putting your time into making their money. Whereas every video that I sit down and make, I know that it's going to contribute to me making money at some point. That really helps with consistency and putting out great quality content all the time. There is one negative that I should say, which is this technique compared to the other two are far higher efforts. That's because you have to come up with what your offer is going to be, you have to do the lead generation, and you have to do the service delivery and payment collections and all the lovely admin parts of the business that you don't have to do with affiliates or brand deals. If you're someone who has a big audience or you don't necessarily have a very obvious offer that you want to put out, then this is necessarily not the best thing for you to do. But apart from that, I would highly recommend using this as a strategy. I actually coach people on how they can get to that 10K month and not work that 9-to-5 job that they don't want to do by creating an offer and using their content to build their own business. I've already helped people make their first dollar online. I've 10 times their views, and I've worked with 100K plus influencers also on how to monetize their audience. So if that sounds like something that's interesting, check out the link in the description to book a completely free strategy call with me. I'm limiting the spaces to 10 because I want to work with people who want the initiative to get going and make 10K online. So if that sounds like you, then book in a strategy call in the link in the description, and I'll catch you there.